Hi, my name is Jacob, and I was recently typed by Viktor Gulenko. So the results were pretty shocking, to be honest. Before getting typed, or before receiving the results, I thought I was between LIE, the entrepreneurs, he calls it, or the ILE, which I think he calls the seeker. So, Viktor Gulenko typed me as EIE, ethical intuitive extrovert, creative subtype, or he calls the actor, which it's funny. I think his description for this particular subtype was the multifaceted actor that can play both the genius and the villain, which I like that. I've always preferred the genius villain, but good enough for me. So, the analysis was very comprehensive. Otherwise, I certainly would have disagreed with his conclusion because I was so fixed that I was a logical type. But it was multivariate, let's say that. So he went into the Jungian dichotomies, he said introvert, extrovert, etc. Body language, he said that sometimes I have a tendency to talk fast, and also the gesturing is apparently very indicative of the EJ, or the linear assertive temperament. So that was cool. He also went into the difference between extroverted ethics and introverted ethics. So I've always believed that I was a logical type because I've never really been that sentimental and things like that. I feel like sometimes when I make decisions, I make them very robotically calculated. But at the same time, I put a lot of effort into presentation, and in particular getting an emotional reaction out of someone or a crowd. So that's, always been a hobby of mine, is seeing how I can mess with somebody and, whether it be shock or, getting that reaction is fun. So that made sense. He said that extroverted ethics doesn't penetrate deep, but it's very expressive. And I also spend a lot of time researching. I like the fields of influence and psychology and things like that. So I think that aligns with extroverted ethics too. He also had a paragraph about the quadra values. So, he said that the beta values were expressed in my desire to support controversial topics, which may be a reason why I thought I was, in Myers-Briggs, the ENTP type, because ENTP types are naturally devil's advocates, and they like to support hot topics there too. So I accept that it's possible to be two different types in two different systems, but that's just something I noticed. He also said that my beta quadra values were expressed in my aristocratic manners, which I didn't know exactly what he meant by that, but I take it that he's complimenting my sirs and mans, which I have been working on. So thanks, Victor. What else did he talk about? Oh, this is probably the part that I thought was the most interesting was the cognitive styles, because I knew nothing about that before I had received the results. So he said that I showed some pretty obvious signs of the dialectic algorithmic style, which sounds really confusing, but it's the way he said it was just kind of like going back and forth between opposites when making a decision, which is very indicative of my thought process. So things like, I've been known to switch political beliefs in the matter of days. It's like I have to jump to the other side of the fence to feel like I have the full perspective, and it's always like one or the other. It's never like a blending. Maybe it's a blending at the end, I don't know. My dog's barking, just ignore that. He also talked about subtypes. So he gave me two subtypes. So I have creative primary and then normalizing secondary. So I guess that's more suppressed or something. But he said that it was interesting because I've always had an issue with stuttering. I took speech classes since I was a probably in kindergarten. And he said that may be because of my dueling subtypes. So on the one hand, I tend to get very excited about things and want to talk very quickly about them. And then on the other hand, I have the need for technical precision. I like to make sure that I'm being precise in what I say. So it's kind of a conflict there, which I thought was cool and also interesting how you can change subtypes. I don't know how long it takes to go through a transformation like that, but yeah, that's very interesting. I don't know. I guess I want to be dominant next. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, overall, very comprehensive analysis. It's gotten me more interested in studying Model G and seeing how that compares to Model A. There's obviously a lot here, and the description is really, really precise, especially for the EIE creative subtype. And that's partially because of the function charges and things like that, which I don't know as much about, but yeah, it's opened up a whole can of worms for me to go and learn about. So yeah, I appreciate it. Well done, Viktor and team. And yeah, another concern was that my English translation wouldn't translate so well to Russian, but I was completely wrong about that. I think some of the things that I wanted to say and maybe didn't say them perfect, I think you were able to get what you needed out of them. So yeah, great job everyone, and I can't wait to see what you do next. Thanks.